Okay, so good morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Andrew Cowling and I am the Senior Channel Marketing Specialist at PFU EMEA Limited. Brings me great pleasure to announce another new product. We launched this last week and the buzz and excitement that this has already created is really pleasing to see, and I think that if you've not yet seen anything around this product, you'll be hopefully very excited yourself, and hopefully light bulbs will be going off around how this can be positioned with your customer base, and particularly new customer bases. This is a very unique, very new scanner, and something that is very new to the market. So we do envisage there being a lot of great opportunity out there that we can help you take to market. So just looking at the agenda, wanted to chat to you just in about 25 to 30 minutes, a little bit about the challenge that businesses face today, what the opportunity is around, or what the opportunity is available to us around making a difference, the solution that we've designed to fit this opportunity, and you'll see here we've named it the FI 800R, looking at the benefits of it, some of the features of the product, and then of course just summarizing at the end. So challenge businesses today, it's often the same challenges that businesses have around how can they be more efficient, more productive, how can they adopt smarter ways of working, but also what we often perhaps neglect is the experience. What is the expectation of the customer? What is the experience that they're facing? And as you'll read here, what's mentioned by the research firm Gartner is that in every single service industry, the expectations of that customer have massively and dramatically risen. So you'd hope that this would be almost a wake-up call, perhaps to organizations, to raise their standards. However, we have these raising expectations, but they're just not being met. So this is research by Harvard Business Review in this year, 2019, and they're basically saying that customers are still not getting that experience. So 89% of customer service heads looked at exceed customer expectations, but 84% of customers feel that their expectations are not being exceeded. So quite a disconnect there between what those customer service heads want to drive as against what the customers actually feel they're achieving. And the real big effect of this is that those customers go elsewhere. They say, sorry, but I'm not going to put up with this, and they've backed out of a decision. They've taken their business elsewhere. They may have been an existing customer. They may have been a potential new customer. So big ramifications around customer service just not being hit, those levels just not being hit. So it's tension that's essentially being created by technology-driven change that's not being designed around people. So of course, we all have our smart devices and we all have the expectations of receiving things instantly. And that technology-driven change with us perhaps isn't having the same level of appeal or desire within organizations. So digital transformation is similar. So a lot of what I'm saying probably bounces around in terms of companies want to implement a digital transformation strategy, but they're struggling to get that started. So it's perhaps looking here where the service head perhaps aims to exceed those expectations, but parts of the business just aren't getting that started or getting the process started to implement that technology. Employees don't have the right tools for the job. So We've got stats here by Calibrio, and that's saying that 60% of customer service representatives, they just don't have the right tools. So it's not a culture, or it's not the person. It's just that they don't have what they need to hand to tackle complex issues, complex complaints, complex problems. And then we all hear this mentioned around poor service, and what happens around positive service and negative service. Great stats always that are brought out, and this is still relevant 2019. So 23% of people who had a positive customer experience have told 10 further people, but 48% of people who had a negative experience told 10 people. So more people that have a negative experience are telling people, the same number of people as a less number of that have had a positive. You get my point, but you can see on the slide here that that negative experience will very quickly go out to far more people than those that have had a positive experience. So the goal has got to be about creating that seamless customer experience, and that experience has to be one where there are not points of friction, and of course a bad customer experience is going to impact the bottom line. Jim Bush, as you see here, corporate officer and global executive at American Express, he says that getting service right is a must, and when that's done well, that's going to drive sales. That's what it comes down to. So two benefits really to a seamless service. One is minimizing those poor experiences, so stopping people telling more and more of their friends, family, colleagues, but also driving those sales. And really it's about how can we help put out some messaging to our customers to help them create the greatest impact when they come to deliver a seamless service. So the opportunity. Is all around the front desk. So this is the critical element around customer service. It's that first interaction. It's the most important interaction. It's where opinions are formed. It's where those positive and negative experiences are formed. And of course, this is where something can go quickly wrong. The key really is going to be about minimizing the likelihood of something going wrong, delivering that seamless front desk experience, and that can help boost your reputation. So you can make that better first impression, and of course, first impressions count. We share more than ever our experiences, not just through social media, but through a chat at the coffee machine, through our children, who might then relay on to other people around what's happening, what is happening to the world. So that fast and discreet service that can help make something smooth and painless means that customers are really going to return and speak to others positively about their experience. Of course, that bad, slow experience just sets the tone. It straight away it gets the hairs on the back of your neck up. You're a little bit riled, and straight away you've had that bad experience in the bad mood. Of course, other big issue at the front desk is around security. We all know how GDPR is starting to affect our day-to-day life and our concerns around how our data is being handled. So we've really got to think about how our front desk operations, getting to know their customer, building those strong profiles using data extraction and helping to deliver that more of a personal service and that better experience, but also making sure that they are GDPR compliant, making sure that those documents that contain personally identifiable data are not being mistreated and not being opened, I suppose, to secure or security lapses. And of course, if you know that a company is handling your data in a secure and professional way, then that again helps for the transparent process and a more comfortable transaction. And then the final element, of course, is around the overall customer experience. So fast, efficient. You want an experience that's uninterrupted, no hanging around. We all know that when we get to a hotel, if we're on a business trip, we just want to check in. We want to go and chill out in the room. We want to go to the bar. We want to go and explore. We don't want to be held up with unnecessary processes at the check-in experience. And this could be staying in a hospital as well. Of course, you're more concerned about other things on your mind. So that needs to be reliable. It needs to be intuitive. Of course, the front desk isn't the only place where the greatest impact is felt, but it's certainly the most sore point for both customers but also employees. What we'll find as we talk more about the FI 800R is that the number of verticals that are going to sort of come into conversations. The very obvious ones are going to be areas like check-in desks at hotels, but we can also look at verticals such as banks, government offices. I've mentioned hospitals already, car rental, and they all have the pain points that come with multiple devices in multiple locations that need to capture various types of documents for verification. So of course, if there's queues, that means slow processing. It means the need for additional accessories, more employees, and all of these things waste time, space, and money. So I'm having issues with my my clicker today. I'm supposed to be showing you some pain points. Well, they'll come up in a minute, but so these pain points are really what's, I knew that was going to happen. There you go. There's your pain points. So these all these pain points, slow operations, they create constant interruptions to your customer's experience. And what this means is that their personal documents just disappear out of sight. They might disappear off into a back office where they've taken your passport, they're scanning your passport. You're thinking, what are they doing with my documents? How many copies are being made with them? How many people are seeing that information? And as you can see, there are multiple changes and challenges to be resolved. And this affects many businesses. So we come on to this fantastic new solution. And this is, again, I've probably clicked too many times, our FI 800R. So our engineers in Japan have created this amazing new scanner that, again, I hope I've not gone too far on. And this is specifically designed for the front desk. This is for scanning passports, and that includes the machine readable zone. It means ID cards and also documents. So this is where it really sets this machine apart, is you have a standard ADF, and we'll come onto this a little bit more in detail, but you also have a straight paper path. So this is saving colleagues and customers time because they can carry out 2 processes with 1 device on their desk. And as always with our product ranges, you have very automated, very intuitive technology that will integrate with current systems. So deliver that seamless customer experience, very uninterrupted, and that enables customers to very quickly move from front desk processes so that they can start concentrating on their holiday, take care of business, catch up on their emails, or whatever the reason is for their visit. So what are the benefits? The sore points are incredibly numerous and very frustrating. I'm sure we've all got stories around cumbersome, tedious check-in processes, ID capture. So there's multiple benefits of streamlining a scanning solution. It means that colleagues can be more productive, service is far smoother, and customers can be served more quickly. And we all know that a happy colleague is going to be more productive, is going to sell the benefits of working at that company, and they will also be an advocate for that company to friends and family. And of course, that results in higher customer satisfaction and huge knock-on effects. In the longer term, it could reduce queues in hospitals. So that will help the flow through a hospital. And of course, hospitals get revenue for the number of patients that flow through their hospital. This could mean faster immigration processes. It could mean speeding up checking for a whole hotel chain, and helping colleagues more time to nurture those customer relationships. So offering a more friendly personal service. Bottom line is that you can spend more time with your customer, never needing to leave their site. And this gives you far more opportunities to deepen your relationship with the customer instead of damaging it. So some of the features of the scanner and the software and how it can make seamless service possible. We've got 3 pillars that we've organized this into. One is around the space-saving design and the ease of use and the intuitive nature. One is around accurate paper feeding and how that again reduces the burden on the user, and the other is the data extraction part. So we have a scanner now that has the most compact design on the market. You'll see this, we've already won an award, I think I saw on LinkedIn this morning. I believe it was in the States for the design. Really nice looking scanner, very compact. You'll see the measurements here, and that will enable it to sit in a very tight, very cluttered front office, front of house environment where perhaps there's not a great deal of space. There's a need for lots of different technology and paperwork. So this will sit very neatly within that space. So one of the ways that we've managed to achieve this unique footprint is what we call the automatic stacking technology. This has been designed and manufactured at our ProDes Center in Japan. And what happens is the stacker automatically extends during scanning to catch those documents that have come through the ADF. And then once that's done, it returns back to its position. So you'll see what's happened here. So whereas perhaps in the past with some of the ADF scanners, it comes out here, it's now a complete back and forth captured by this stacker that then neatly folds away when there's no paper in the chute. I would certainly encourage you when you get the time to take a look at some of the videos, because me talking and showing you a couple of pictures really can't do this justice. The videos that we have on the product, which you'll find on our corporate site, are very, very good, and it will give you a really clear idea as to how some of these neat technologies work. So as I mentioned here with perhaps your standard output tray, you'll see here how space can be saved when it's not being used. So it's using almost up to half the space of competing solutions, and it fits perfectly into narrow spaces like countertops, desks. And of course it helps desks look a little bit tidier and more professional looking. From a usability perspective, we have 2 scanning paths. So we have that U-turn that I mentioned, and then we have this return scan path. So the return scan is at the bottom, and that allows you to capture all types of documents. And that could be anything that's up to 5 millimeters thick. So you don't need to carry a sheet. You can put passports through here. You can put ID cards. You can put booklets. And what will happen is the item will be passed through the scanner, and it will come straight back out. It will be presented back to you at the front. So it's not being scanned all the way through and then being deposited here. It's going through, coming back to you. The U-turn path, that can take up to 30 A4 sheets. So the use and costs of multiple devices such as a flatbed scanner or an MFP are simply not necessary here. Complete all those tasks in one place. There's no need to disappear into a back office with passports. Customers have that peace of mind, and of course we're supporting good old GDPR. Oh, there was a few more icons there. That was interesting actually, around envelopes, folded documents, booklets, anything up to 5 millimeters thick that will take. On to excuse me, accurate paper feeding. So we have the active separation technology, and that really controls the pressure of the feed mechanism. So it's basically looking at paper thickness and adjusting the pressure accordingly. So that's just really helping to ensure you have that smooth feeding, regardless of the thickness or condition. So very clever piece of technology that really will help prevent any double feed errors and any sort of cumbersome user intervention. Automatic skew correction, another technology that you're probably familiar with on RFI scanners. This will basically detect where there is a skew and help to straighten those documents out before they're scanned. So that skewed document isn't going through and then bashing up against one of the feeders. It's being straightened before that goes through. So you're getting the straight scan. We know that people aren't religiously making sure that everything's flat when they pass them through. So a way of again just helping minimize user intervention and also helping to avoid any feed errors. Further reducing the burden on users and making it easier is the speed. So this is a 40 page a minute device, 80 pages a minute if they're duplex, and that's using the ADF. And if we're using the return function, that's 3.5 seconds per item. So that's 3.5 through there, 40 pages a minute through the ADF. Of course, standard with our FI scanners are the bundling of PaperStream IP and PaperStream Capture. We all know about how data being accurate is one of the utmost important selling points, needs, requirements, and that can open up even more possibilities around personalizing that customer experience. So we've developed software that will automatically extract data from documents and automate those into workflows. So that will help enrich customer profiles and become a catalyst for other digital processes. So we have PaperStream IP, that's the scanner driver for the FI800R. And what that's basically doing is making sure that the scanned images are the best they can be. This is a leading edge class product, and that will really help you to enhance and optimize the image depending on how that's going to be used. So it can change grays to blacks, it can improve the definition of text characters, it can even remove stains, imprints, watermarks. So it's making documents as best they can be to then have OCR applied to them, which will then help push that information to third-party processes, workflows. And it can also integrate into other customer applications that are Twain and ISIS compatible. So if you're interested in talking to us about how can we help you integrate the FI800R with your own software, then we can do that so that there's even more of a solution to push out there. PaperStream Capture, that's our own capture and workflow application, and this has a whole range of features for verification, storage, indexing of scans, and has a lot of leading edge features. One very good one is automatic profile selection. So that basically says is when there's a known document format, PaperStream Capture will automatically name, sort, and then push that scanned image, perhaps even extracting the metadata to a process. So for example, invoices, they will always go into a finance system. The supplier name and invoice number will be included as part of that. So very, very clever PaperStream. I'd certainly encourage you to talk to your existing FI install base around PaperStream. Are they using it? Would they like to upgrade to PaperStream Capture Pro? If they're not using it, would they like to trial it? But PaperStream, as I say, comes with all our FI scanners and also now with the FI800R. Finally, really, it's trusted. We are the market leading scanner brand. The 800R has been produced by Fujitsu, and we focus on specialist document solutions. We build products that allow you to focus on your business and not on your technology. It's advanced technology. It's from generations of product development that has been brought down. So we have a very long history of innovation, and they're renowned for being engineered to the highest specifications, consistent output, very high quality, reliable performance. And we're committed, as we give ourselves, to improving customer service. So we've used our years of experience, our expertise in craftsmanship, and we've designed a product that's as reliable as it is innovative. So, quick summary. We've spoken about the challenge, the solution, and a bit about us as a partner. I'm sure you all know us very well. Customers expect that seamless service. The front desk experience is very, very crucial, and that's where it's a real make or break situation. We'd like to talk to you about how can we help your customers streamline the check-in process with the FI 800R, because it's basically going to help customers save time, save space, and reduce costs. We can build richer customer profiles, which will mean in time customers are going to be able to spend more time with their customers. They're going to create that personalized experience. So maybe there's a lot of upsell opportunities when it comes to areas like hotels, car rental, and so on. Processes are going to be a lot more transparent, a lot more compliant, and the service that is so critical is being delivered seamlessly where it matters most. The FI 800R is where customer service meets customer satisfaction. So that's my few slides on the FI 800R. As I say, we'd love to chat to you more about how can we help you market this product, get that out there to your customers. I've got a quick few slides just to sort of wrap up where you can find some content. If you did join any of our events, you'll know that we launched virtually last week at the URL here. Within this, you go to a virtual environment. You can access more information on the launch itself, so videos, what we actually did on the day. You can access information on our Imaging Alliance program, where you can download SDKs, channel program where there's a whole host of enablement tools, and more information on our FI products. There's a wealth of information as well on the new product itself. We have our channel program, so if you were to pop into there, you'll find toolkits, you'll find all sorts of information you need to upload onto your website to help you push the product. I can also help you access content at some syndication houses. We have Web Collage, we have CNET, we have IceCat, where they hold content for us, particularly IceCat in a whole range of languages. So more than happy to help you either hook yourselves up to these guys, or I can manually provide you content to help to upload onto your own site. Quick few slides on our channel initiatives. I don't know where the header's gone. These are basically the October bonus points for Imaging Rewards. Our brand new production scanners, there are bonus points for every one of those sold and logged within the platform in October, as well as our 7300 NX. Add to that service plan. So if you were to sell a 7800 and a gold service plan, then you will get bonus points for both of those. So make sure you're a member, make sure you're logging your sales. I always mention the whole referring a colleague. That's a nice, easy way of accumulating bonus points. Our 123 draw is now finished. The date has even gone for the last logging of sales that were made in September. So hopefully within the next week to 10 days, we'll be announcing our winners. So hopefully if you have been participating and racking up your tokens, then keep your fingers crossed and hope for that phone call. I look forward to announcing who the winners are. And that was it. For me, that's smack on time, which is unusual. So I think the most exciting thing with this product is the conversations that it's generating, the opportunities that we feel are out there, and perhaps there's quite a lot of areas that we haven't even thought of where there is a need for capture of ID, extraction of that data into processes to help streamline that customer experience. So how can we work with you to get this live, get some communications out there to your customer bases, and start generating some leads, some opportunities, and some business? So please come back to me. This will come out tomorrow, the recording for the webinar. I'll also put the PowerPoint into that as well. So come back to me if you've got questions or you'd like to discuss marketing activity, or speak to your account manager. So thank you very much for joining me. I wish you a lovely rest of the day. Bye-bye.